Found a notebook in a supply crate today. Figured I'd write something down. Not because I'm smart or nothing. Just, dunno. Another run topside this morning. Same shit, different day. My green overalls still have a burn mark from when I got close to a walker. Patched it with duct tape. Good enough. People down here in Speranza keep asking why I go up so much. Goblin, you got a death wish, they say. Nah, just got a living wish, and living means eating. Eating means supplies. Supplies are topside. Simple math, even for me. Nearly got caught out by the drones today. Couple wasps and something bigger I didn't stick around to identify. There was good loot, had to leave it. You can't get sentimental about what isn't yours, especially when you're only holding a piece of shit kettle and an empty med kit. Might have made a play for it. Maybe if I was younger. Stronger. Smarter. But I'm strong enough to carry what I need to. I'm strong enough to carry what I need. Smart enough to know which loot to pass up. And stubborn enough to wake up tomorrow and do it all again. That's all survival is, really. Being just enough. Goblin out. Metro run today. Old train station near the buried city. Some kid, maybe 26, so not really a kid, but you know what I mean, called for the train. Threw a smoke grenade before going in. Might as well have fired a flare gun that said, "Shoot me here." Gave away his whole position. I had the Stitcher on me. Lit him up as he ran through the smoke. 8 shots in the carriage. Jumps for the heavens and runs back out. Checked his pack. He was carrying a toaster. A fucking toaster. Don't know if he thought it was valuable or if he just liked toast. Either way, it's mine now. We're all just kids with bottle rockets shooting each other in the head. Kid made a dumb move. I made the smart enough move. That's the difference between walking home and getting looted. Still, a toaster. Wonder what he was thinking. Goblin out. Night run. Holy hell. Hydroponics area, high loot, high risk. Knew it going in. What I didn't know was the drones would be that thick, swarming. I ripped the top of a satellite, trying to get to some juicy space tech, or at least some halfway decent electronics scrap. And they really didn't like that. I got paralyzed, couldn't move for 3 minutes, just standing there while they buzzed around me like I was already dead meat. Thought I was done. Clocks ticking. Hear the 5-minute warning over the radio. No more time. Sprinted through the lab on the other side. Burst through the doorway. Taste the air. See 4 drones above me, charging their weapons. Haste never made good decisions. Only necessary ones. I dived back into cover. Got zapped hard in the back. Was sure I was a goner. They had me trapped in some wretched mousehole in a stale old lab, cornered. Couldn't get a clear sight. Then, one by one, they explode. I think someone made those shots for me. Maybe the god of topside took a liking to me. Missed my first extraction. I was shitting my pants and hugging ditches as the drones hunted for me above. Blinding searchlights cutting through the thin night air. Made it to the second extraction with the skin of my teeth. Huge gun platform floating above it looking for me. Have a stitch in my side from the running. Found a dead raider in the hydroponics. Didn't make it out. Maybe they weren't strong enough. Maybe not smart enough. Maybe just not lucky enough. That's the thing. You can do everything right and still get swarmed. Sometimes it's just luck. Great haul, though. Worth it? Ask me when I can breathe without my ribs screaming. Still here. Still enough. Goblin out. Learned something useful today. Drones ain't so scary when you know their weak spot. Was clearing out a depot when one of those buzzing bastards came at me. Took a shot, clipped one of its propellers. Thing started spinning out, trying to right itself like a drunk trying to stand up. Whirring and struggling, tilting all over the place. Pretty much useless. They do that for a while. Flail around, can't fly straight, can't aim worth shit. Eventually they slam into something and detonate. But until then, it will struggle like hell and fight on. Too long, though. I had my hammer on me. Figured, why wait? Walked up while it was still struggling mid-air and gave it a good whack. Thing went spinning even harder, sparked like crazy. Then boom. Satisfying as hell. Not saying I'm getting cocky. Drones are still dangerous, especially in swarms. But knowing you can cripple one and turn it into a flailing piece of junk, that's the kind of knowledge that keeps you alive. Or at least makes you feel a little less helpless when they're swarming you. Goblin out. Was heading for the elevator when I got that feeling. You know the one. Someone's following. So I ducked into the bushes. Green overalls, green plants. Blend right in. Sure enough, here he comes, tearing around the corner. No gun out. Not even looking. Just running. He sees me. I fill him full of lead. Checked his pack. Medical supplies, grenades, and an Il Toro shotgun. Very nice piece. He didn't even get to use it. Sometimes your precious trip to the surface gets cut short by an old bastard in green with a pneumatic clanker of a firearm who robs you blind. Hey, it's topside. You want to keep your loot? Pay attention. Keep your gun out. Don't go sprinting around blind corners like you're invincible. Kid learned that lesson the hard way. I got a new shotgun out of it. Fair trade. Goblin out. Drones swarmed me at the elevator. Called it in, and they came at me like I'd personally insulted their mothers. Had to run. Straight line, no cover. Getting zapped in the back the whole way. Coughing and wheezing. Legs screaming. 2 guys already at the elevator. Armed. I'm running at them with a machine gun, completely gassed, can't even dodge. Perfect target. Easy kill. They could have dropped me. Should have, probably. Instead, they fired over my head. Covered me. Shot the drones off my arse while I stumbled into the elevator like a drunk. We all went down together. One happy family. Didn't say much on the ride. What do you say? Thanks for not killing me. Felt weird. Maybe they appreciated me calling the elevator. Distracted the drones, gave them cover to get in position. Maybe they were just too tired to bother with another fight. Maybe they figured the machines are enemy enough without us killing each other every damn time. Don't know. Don't need to know. But I'm still here. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes people surprise you. Still topside, though. Still the same rules tomorrow. Goblin out. Seeker grenades. Brilliant little chirping tubes that hurtle towards anything metallic and scary. Very useful. Wish I had more than the 3 I scavenged off a dead raider 2 runs back. Was poking around after hearing a gunfight. Always good pickings after someone else does the dying. When a sentinel picks up my scent. Had to bail. Fell 2 stories onto sand. Wrenched my shoulder on the landing. Hurt like hell, but better than getting torn apart. Ended up diving into a hole in the ground. 3 flights down into the metro system. Thought I'd lost it. Cornered. 5 drones in an enclosed space, all buzzing, all pissed off. Hiding in a pipe like a rat. Threw my 3 seeker grenades out and they tore those bastards up. Chirping, homing in, Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Which was good, because I'd found little luck so far scavenging. Empty pack, wrenched shoulder, scared shitless. Called the train and booked it with a bunch of drone scrap. Not the haul I wanted, but better than nothing. Scared the Jesus out of me, though. Lesson learned. Drones are vulnerable in tight spaces. Can't maneuver. Seeker grenades do the work for you. Good to know. No raider sightings today. Good. Didn't have the energy for that shit. Goblin out. Picking strawberries in the apocalypse. Supermarket run. Gathering grape mullein from the planters. Useful stuff. Medicinal. Peaceful. Quiet work. If you ignore the death machines everywhere, and if they ignore you. Saw a kid trapped inside. Giant turret had a bead on him. Couldn't move without getting shredded. I'm not beyond small mercies. I threw a seeker grenade. Not sure why I did it. Mostly wanted to see how effective it would be against turrets. The lil tube rolled in a pneumatic arc across the planters, chirped happily, then shot for the sky like it was the Apollo mission. Certainly rained metal like it. Kid got out. Didn't say thank you. Doubt he could say anything. Am I getting soft in my old age? Kid wasn't a threat. Turret wasn't either. Think I just felt like showing off. Reputation goes a long way topside, long as people take long enough to look at you. We went our separate ways. Loot was good. No one died who didn't need to. Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes we just want to see a big explosion and have people think we're cool. Give them something to tell the kids back home about. Goblin out. Night hunt. The Blue Gate. Took the Toro. Powerful rusty boomstick. Knocks the sonic rings out of anything standing too close. One raider found that out the hard way earlier this week. The shotgun shreds through plastic and fabrics alike. Blue Gate at night. Eerie as hell. Found a raider fighting one of those four-legged spidery monstrosities. Thing was leaping at him. Thing was relentless, but so was he. I admired the audacity of the raider, so I joined in. The other raider had it hurt bad, but it was still moving. Started climbing the stairs, trying to get away, or reposition, or whatever the hell those things do. Legs all twitchy, camera ball swiveling around looking for threats. I hauled a half-dozen impact explosives onto its legs, one after another. Boom, boom, boom! Thing buckled. Legs gave out. Collapsed right there on the stairs in a heap of metal and sparks. Together we took it down. Met after the battle, weapons low. Didn't say a word. Filled our trunks in silence and parted ways before the trust could break. That's how it works with big kills. When there's enough for everyone to eat, you can afford to share. Build something. Not friendship, but respect maybe. Held off at least 4 drones with the Toro after that. But slaying a big beast like that brings attention. Other raiders started circling. I was becoming tasty-looking game. Got out before I could truly assess the value of the haul. Smart enough to know when you're the hunter and when you're becoming the hunted. Got a Leaper pulse unit out of it. Rare drop. Good night's work. The Toro's a keeper. Goblin out. Metro station. Waiting for extraction. Nothing special in the pack. Couple components, some scrap. Heard someone call a train. Figured I'd let them clear out first. Then she shows up. Woman in full kit. Half the drone population on her arse. She's firing, moving, swatting them off like flies. Impressive, honestly, but also distracted. 14 minutes on the clock before the orbital arrives, I line up the shot. Easy. She's completely occupied. My gun barely scratches her shields. She spins around, locks eyes with me for half a second. Shit. Lost her in the tunnels. Thought maybe she'd let it go, cut her losses, get out before the storm. Thought wrong. I called the next train. Drones pouring down the chutes. Tight quarters, manageable. Train arrives. I'm about to board. She comes out of nowhere. Full auto. The whole tunnel lights up. I throw myself away from the console. Hear her boots clanging on metal, getting closer. Bullets chewing up everything. I scramble through the train car, in one end, out the other. Her shots clash against my shields and chase me through the subway. Hit the zip line. 4 stories straight up. Drones everywhere, her screaming something I can't hear over the gunfire. I chuck a gas grenade down as a parting gift. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. Didn't wait to see if it got her. Didn't have time. Ran the entire length of Old Town. Every muscle burning. Storm closing in. Made it to the second evac with under 2 minutes to spare. Collapsed in the elevator, wheezing like a dying engine. All came out to about 25,000 credits. Not bad. Could have been better if I hadn't pissed off someone who clearly knew what they were doing. She earned my respect, I'll give her that. Hope she made it out. But if I see her again, I'm keeping my distance. Goblin out. If you read this diary, you'd think I'm always throwing grenades and diving out windows. I'm not. I just write about the interesting ones. Most of the time, I wait. I hide. I watch. Buried city today. Quiet run. I was rifling through an old metal container when I hear an exchange of gunfire. Sentinels whirring, buckshot ringing out. Can't see 'em, but can hear 'em. And most of the time, that's how it is. So I sit in the corner, gun raised to the doorway, and waited for 4 minutes. Just listening, wondering who was shooting who was winning, who was coming, who was going, who was dead, who was alive, drawing it out in my mind. And after 4 minutes, I had no better idea than when I started. When the rockets fell and klaxons wailed in the distance, I bailed out, ran through the low streets. People think silence is peaceful. It's not. Silence is dangerous, vulnerable. I work best when there's heavy ordnance and gun smoke in the air. Crashing drones and wailing winds. Reminds you that there's more going on in the world than what's in your rucksack. Go focus on the fun over there. Let me pick through the scraps. Found a cache in one of the buried apartments. Just sitting there. No drones, no raiders, no drama. Opened it. Took what was inside. Arc alloys, power cells, medical supplies. Closed it. Left. Watched a better raider take on a pack of hornets near the extraction point. It was good. Fast. Confident. Took them all down. Looted them. Called the elevator. I stayed hidden until he left. Then I called mine. That's most of it. Waiting. Watching opportunities go. Watching loot disappear. Watching better raiders do what I'm not equipped to do. The boring runs don't make good stories, but they're the ones that keep you alive. No heroics, no risks, just patience and knowing when to stay still. Most days are like this. Quiet, unremarkable. Goblin out. People always ask me why I walk everywhere. Nobody else does. They sprint. All of them. Running from cache to cache, extraction to extraction, like the surface is on fire. Maybe it is. But I walk. Goblin, you're too slow, they say. You'll miss the good loot. You'll get caught by the orbital. Maybe. But I'm still here and a lot of them aren't. Walking is quiet. Boots on concrete, steady rhythm. You hear things when you walk. Drones humming before you see them. Raiders breathing heavy around corners. Sentinels powering up. The world tells you what's coming if you're slow enough to listen. Raiders like me don't look for slow-moving targets. We look for deliberate bursts in speed. A to B as the crow flies. Predictable, loud, obvious. Most raiders don't see me, even the ones that should. Raiders don't move slow. I can't be one. Off they sprint, out I come. Thanks for the loot. Sprinting is loud, announces you. Every raider within 100 meters knows you're coming. Every snitch picks you up. You're a target before you even know what you're running into. And stamina. Everyone forgets about stamina until they need it. You sprint everywhere, then a leper drops on you, and you've got nothing left. You're wheezing, stumbling, dead. I walk most of the time. So when I need to run, really run, I've got it. Walking gives you time to think, to plan, to notice the turret before you walk in front of it, to see the ambush spot, to feel tension in the air, to notice the unusual pauses. You calm down. You become part of Topside's backdrop, one with the creaking concrete. We are guests here. We should behave like we are. The young ones don't get it. They think speed is survival. Maybe it is for them. They're fast, well-armed, confident. I'm old, I'm slow, I'm careful, and I'm still here. Goblin out. I'm a firm believer in karma. Got to be prepared to be on the wrong side of it. Damn battlegrounds. Electromagnetic storm rolling through. Everything loud and chaotic. Good cover for movement. Took the Pharaoh. Fully upgraded. Wanted to test it out. No specific target. Just looting. Staying quiet. Avoiding people. Found a raider breaching into a fallen drone. Completely focused on the work. Didn't hear me coming over the storm. I lit the fuse and rolled it by their feet. Had my Pharaoh trained for the follow-up, but didn't need it. They went down before they knew what happened. Checked the pack. 2 Leaper pulse units. Those things will create a singularity if you throw them hard enough. Worth serious money. Plus an Exodus module. Don't even know what it does, but it's not cheap. They were having a hell of a run, until they weren't. 11 minutes to evac. Figured I'd hit testing annex in the southeast. Figured it was so far from the extraction points I'd have my run of the place. Wrong. I tripped a motion camera, alarm screaming, and before I knew it, a raider was leveling their gun at me. Had me running away sharp. That's when the drones found me. One, then another, then another. Big fucking conga line of wasps, hornets, and spotters. Ended up pinned in a burnt-out wreck, exposed front and back. The Pharaoh's deadly, but slow. Couldn't quite clear the air fast enough. Drones move unpredictably, jerking around. And I hear extraction sirens wailing 100 meters away. Someone else hit the button, while I'm out here being the noisiest bastard alive. A one-man anti-air system. So I committed. Must have destroyed 8 of them. The whole extraction zone was swarming. Picked them off from range, one by one. Eventually cleared enough space to make a run for it. Whoever got to that extraction before me owes me a drink in the afterlife. I cleared their path. Found my moment. Bolted through the thunderstorm. Still had 3 drones circling. Hit the button. Got out. Loot intact. Holding loot that valuable, even if they don't know what's in your pack, you can feel yourself becoming a target. Weight on your back, weight in your head. And you never know if that raider you dropped has an ally out there, tracking you, waiting for payback. Karma's a patient thing. I took someone's good run and made it mine. Someday, someone will do the same to me. Just hope it's not today. Still here. Still enough. For now. Goblin out. Damn battlegrounds, autumn. Warm outside, almost tranquil. Sometimes you forget there's a drone army out there. Harvest season. Mulleins valuable this time of year. Came up to pick some. Stay quiet. Stay out of trouble. Found a raider searching a giant wreckage for loot. I was sizing him up from a distance, wondering if he'd be the hostile type. Had someone else figured that out for me? Another guy showed up. At first they were friendly. Talking, maybe. Then the first one got close and blasted him with a shotgun. Point blank. Guy collapsed. Pockets rifled through. Just like that. I approached. Stupid. He turned, saw me, jumped behind the wreckage. I ran the opposite direction while I had hard cover and hid in the bushes. Green overalls, green plants. You know the drill. He circled me. I was in the center, hard to track his position. Then he just stopped. Dead silent. Couldn't see him. Couldn't hear him leave. I waited. 2 minutes. Dead still. Didn't dare breathe. Thought he was right on top of me. I froze up, abandoned thought for a while. Just survival instinct. Eventually checked behind me. Saw him running up the hill. Guess he gave up. He was running when he circled me. Not being careful. Seemed jumpy. Probably as spooked as I was. Body had nothing left. He'd taken the good loot. I tracked him up to a giant warehouse, heard gunfire, exchanges, saw my opportunity and climbed the ladder, entered through the side. It's surreal when you walk into an active firefight. 2 people hurling lead at each other. You're not supposed to be there, but you can't leave. Between 2 worlds. Committed. I held position in the corridor. Leveled the Toro. Both of them were on opposite sides of the T-junction in front of me. Could only see the tracers as they exchanged shots, lighting up the corridor in thick sparks. One throws grenades down the hall. Beep, 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 boom. Kid must have flown back a dozen feet. Saw the winner run across to finish him off. He was reloading, ready to waste him. I blasted him in the back, cocked it, fired again. He dropped. Classic demonstration of why I don't trust, why I linger on the outside. Let the others do the hard work. Let them betray each other, fight it out, waste their ammo and their nerves. Then I show up and take what's left. That's the game. That's survival. Goblin out. Long night. Approaching the apartment block. Heard boots batting against linoleum. Out comes this heavily armored raider. Proper kit, not some scavenger. Don't know what he's carrying. I've got the stitcher. Been working on it. Ain't no old clanker. Extended magazine. Vertical grip and compensator. Mill surplus. Proper metal stock from a submachine gun. Old reliable. Spent months fixing it up. And it's about to be tested. This guy looks like he's in SWAT gear, probably well shielded, and he's bellowing my way, maybe running from something. Didn't know. Didn't look in front of him. I was sitting pretty on a mound of sand, not even hidden. He's about to leap out the doorway. I slam the trigger back and advance. He takes a few nasty shots, shields weakened, throws himself back. My sparks light up the entrance. I hear his shields breaking. I smell blood. Slam in the magazine. Piece of piss with the stitcher. I clamber up the wall as I hear him recharging his shields. He levels the ferro at me. Crack! Heavy slug shatters my shield and slams into my shoulder. I clutch the wound, yell, and stumble inside, blindly hailing ammunition in his direction. I pause to let the smoke clear for a moment. Hold a breath. He charges. Takes his entrenching tool and starts swinging the thing wildly at me. Desperation. Manic. Could have got me. That's why you always maintain distance. I had my flashlight on him. People forget about it. Think it gives you away. But when some maniac with a shovel is swinging the sharp end at you, you'll want it on. His profile was lit up. A lumbering wreck flailing at me in a death charge. Reminded me of an ark. I let off the last of my ammunition as I throw myself backwards, out the doorway. Low drop onto sand, thank hell. He stumbles over the ledge, rolling, dropping his weapon. I pull my shank and drive it up into his neck before he can even yell. He stops moving. I sit there for a minute, breathing hard, hands shaking, blood on my knife, blood on my gloves. Shield still cracked from that ferro slug. Quiet now. Just the wind and distant drone hum. I search his pack. Jolt mine schematics. Folded up technical drawings, worth a fortune to the right people. Music box, antique, pre-war, still winds up. Couple of small statues, ceramic or something. Collectors go crazy for this stuff. Art components, power cells, the usual. But the antiques, that's the real score. Hell of a run. Should have looked where he was going. Called in the train at Metro. I wasn't hanging around with a haul like this. Wanted a nice quiet exit and an agave wine back in Speranza. Maybe a test play of the record I'd pilfered. Bang, bang, bang. 3 heavy shots hurtle my way. Hits me good. Shield can't do all the work when a pound of hard lead is being slammed into your midriff. Some anvil jockey's laying lead in my direction. I throw myself up the zip line, just like last time. Hard to track an ascending target unless you're quick, and buys me enough time to clear some distance and reposition. I'm bleeding hard. He's landed a series of nasty hits on me, winded, diving, ducking drones as I go. Scramble for the second best cover point I can find. Bandaging wounds in the dark, shields recharging. Then I hear him. He darts across the doorway, then goes dead quiet. I hold. Stitcher in hand. Fresh magazine in. 25 rounds. Hands are shaking. He's hunting me. I can hear it. The careful footsteps. The breathing. He knows I'm in here somewhere. He can smell me, and I smell like wounded game. Then he bolts in. No flashlight, no sense. Rushes straight past me. I full auto the son of a bitch as he's darting upstairs. His shields light up, whining and shrieking, then collapse in a flash of blue sparks. I draw blood. Hear him curse, falling into the master bedroom upstairs. Don't wait to see if he's down. I bolt, out the door, down the alley, weaving through rubble. Hear him behind me, wounded, angry, probably bleeding, but still coming. Drones overhead. Storm getting closer. Clock's ticking. I dive into the bushes. Green overalls, green plants. Heart pounding so loud I'm sure he can hear it. Footsteps getting closer. Then they stop. He's right there. Maybe 10 meters. Scanning. Looking. That's when I feel it. Something warm by my leg. Body. Right next to me in the bushes. Freshish. Pack still on. Guy's footsteps move off. Circling. Searching. I stay frozen. Hand on the body's pack. Barely breathing. A minute passes. 2. He gives up. Hear him running off toward the extraction point. I wait. Count out another minute. Then I check the body. Looks like someone had shot them up bad. Probably crawled here to die. To spite whoever killed them. Deny them the loot. Hide their trophy. Guess I'm the beneficiary of their spite. Between the Pharaoh guy, the corpse in the bushes, and escaping the pursuer, I walked away with everything. Couldn't believe the haul this one had. Exodus module. Second one I've found. Magnetic accelerator. Serious technology. Could probably make a gun out of it. Or one hell of a toaster. Made it to extraction. 4 of us boarded a train together, all strangers. It's rude to stare at each other's pack, and we respect the rule tonight. 4's a good number for maintaining peace. Hard to kill 3 people without one of them firing back. Not impossible, though. Not my fight, though. My pockets were full already. We all made it down. No one said a word. Just nodded and went our separate ways. Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes spite works in your favor. Sometimes 4 strangers just want to go home. Still here. Still enough. And today, more than enough. Goblin out. Agave wine tastes like shit, but it does the job. 3 days back in Speranza. Call it shore leave. Sold most of the haul. Got enough to upgrade the Stitcher's barrel assembly, and a few cups at the dive. Was sitting in the valve, talking to some young guy, maybe 30, clean hands, tipsy. Called himself a humanist, never been topside. Wanted to buy the music box off me, tries to lowball me. I'm firm on 5,000. He reluctantly takes the full 5,000 out. Puts it on the counter. Take your blood money. I glare up at him, slowly. Neck bristling. He sees my reaction. His scowl drops slowly. His hand drums nervously on the music box before cupping his hands upon it, into something between a reassuring clasp and a pleading gesture. Nothing to be ashamed of, I didn't. Outside. He stays sat down, frozen. I grab his collar and drag him to the bathroom. Door slams behind us. I shove him against the sink. He's trying to look brave. Failing. What do you know of blood? I'm enraged, hissing and spitting. You know who shed blood. Every single person who goes topside has. Every single one. He thrusts his arms around, trying to break my grip in a clearing motion. It's amateur. I block him and pull in my wrists, tightening the grip around his collar. He yelps. I wasn't calling you a what? I let the silence hang. Let the word come out in its own time. He trembles. Can't say it. So I do. A murderer? He stammers. I slap him over the back of his blonde head. Speak up or shut up. I hit him again with the palm of my hand against the back of his head. He trembles. Good. You get the luxury of wrong assumptions and morals. Sympathies. I've seen killers. You know what they do when you corner them? They beg. Loudest begging you ever heard. Please, I've got family. Please, I didn't mean it. Please, I'll give you everything. He's not looking at me anymore. I slam a clenched fist into his ribs. He buckles into it, his very soul escaping from his mouth in a breathless gasp. We beg, I whisper, because we know what we are, and we know our judgment is coming. We just want another day's rations and an agave wine before we die. Didn't mean to say it like that. It came out wrong. I was blind with rage. I accept what I am when I go topside. I accept the rules. I accept the sin. Every raider does. We make that choice. We live with it. We come back down, and we drink and we try to forget, and then we go back up to do it all again. I'm breathing hard. I'm yelling. They can hear me outside. I hear them pausing to listen. I lower my voice. Blood money. You're goddamn right it is. Thank you for your patronage. He darts out of the door, bruises forming on him. I smell like cheap wine and sweat. Nobody stopped me on the way back. Nobody's mentioned it since. I fucking hate it down here. Goblin out. Went topside. Everyone's hunting each other tonight. Shoot on sight. No truces, no nods. Just blood. Good. Didn't even think to scavenge. Stayed out of the fights. Watched. Walked. Had a couple scraps, but nothing I couldn't handle. Alley cats fighting over dustbins. Nothing worth the ink. Harmless fun. Until Metro happened. Tried to hitchhike someone else's evac. Stupid move on a night like this. She was waiting. Saw me coming. Opened up before I could even think. Thud-dud-dud-dud-dud-dud. Sparks fly off me. Shields groan. Through smoke, ran up the escalator holding my guts in. I'm in serious pain, still got a steady hand on the rattler. That's when I heard footsteps. Coming down. Oh fuck, another raider, armed. He's blocking my escape. I freeze. He throws light upon me and levels his shotgun. I stop. Crouch down. Push away from the wall so he can see both my hands. Spitting blood. I must have looked pathetic. Just so you know, I mutter. There's another girl down there. She'll shoot on sight. Pause. He's thinking. Calculating. Gun lowers. All right. Offers me a shield recharge. I take it. Wrap my guts together with bandages and steady myself, gripping the stitcher. Turn on my light. We move down the steps together. It's quiet now. Too quiet. You take right, I'll take left. We clear the corners. Surgical. Professional. I'm trying not to faint. Clear. Clear. Then we hear movement. Far end of the platform. We throw our lights on it. It's her. Or someone who looks like her. Hard to tell in the dark. She sees us. Stops. Raises her hands slightly. Hey, let's go together. Safer that way. The doors are opening. She steps toward the train. We follow her in. We look at each other. Don't say a word. We lit her up. Been a few days. Bottles empty, floors a mess. Don't remember much. Everyone's got opinions, got theories, got judgments. They speak with the voice of God. Up there it's different. God's dead. He didn't leave us commandments. He vanished. No Rosetta Stone for raiders. We become gods. Small gods. Petty gods. Temporary gods. Gods of half-second decisions in the dark. Flawed gods. They want rules. Want it written down. I've heard raiders claim them in their final breaths. I'm the rule. We're the rule. And we make it up as we go along. They do not want gods in Speranza. They want tools. And maybe that's what scares them. But we are not gods. Topside is God. We are merely following its rules. They change day by day. Eventually we come to understand them. Maybe. Enough. At least, Goblin out.